Okay, so in last class, we have introduced cloud automation with Terraform and Python, and we have discussed many tools like cloud formation and ARM templates. And out of all tools, what are the advantages of Terraform? And also we have discussed, because Terraform is open source and it is going to maintain state management is one of the best feature. And Terraform can build infrastructure on multi-cloud, on almost every cloud. And Terraform can be used for creating servers and installing softwares. Okay, so when compared to other tools like cloud formation and ARM templates. Okay, so when it comes to IAC tools means infrastructure as code. Okay. So when it comes to infrastructure as code tools, so we have, just I'm repeating guys, already this discussion was completed in last class. Just for the sake of new students, once again I'm repeating. Okay, so in last class completely I have explained the flow, complete flow, what is the need of automation and why automation is needed, and what is the advantage of automation, what is the best feature, what are the advantages of Terraform, everything we have discussed along with course contents also. Okay, course contents also we have discussed everything in last class. Okay, so if you are interested, you can collect last class recording from DURGASOFT front office team. Okay, they will provide you. Okay, so that is complete recorded session. Cloud formation and ARM templates and Terraform. Okay, these are IAC tools. But cloud formation, it is completely specific to AWS cloud only. It is completely specific to AWS cloud. And ARM templates, this is completely specific to Azure cloud. Only Terraform, okay, is available. Only Terraform can build infrastructure on almost every cloud. So as a part of our course, we are covering two clouds here. One is AWS cloud and other one is Azure cloud. And apart from this, we also discussed configuration management tools also. So when it comes to configuration management tools, okay, we have something like Ansible, Puppet, Chef. These are the configuration management tools. And your configuration management tools cannot create any servers. So your IAC tools can create servers and configure softwares, means install softwares. So once upon a time, when there is no automation, okay, people were using manual approach to create servers. But when the people are using manual approach, it takes a lot of time. That becomes repeated task. Errors might be occurred. Okay. And suppose in AWS, if you want to create infrastructure in one region, let us say the region is Ohio region. Okay. So today you have created infrastructure in one region. Tomorrow in the morning, same infrastructure I want to create. And can you reuse it? No. So, but if you write code and whatever code you have executed for one region, same code you can execute for another region also. That means when you automate this infra creation, what happens here? Reusability is also another feature. Reusability is also another feature of okay automation. And my Terraform, why Terraform is always preferred here? One is it is open source. It is a generic IAC tool and which can build infrastructure on any cloud. And another feature, another excellent feature of Terraform is so it can perform state management. Okay, state management is a excellent feature. Means whatever infrastructure it has created presently. So what infrastructure we are having presently, because that is nothing but state management. So state management is not there in cloud formation and ARM templates. Okay. Now, just for newcomers, I am going to show the course content once again. what we are going to discuss within 45 days, 45 days duration. Okay, so today we are going to set up Terraform. Okay, and also I will show how to create AWS free tier account. And also here we also discussed in the last class Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and we are going to set up Terraform. Okay, on Linux and Mac OS and Windows operating systems. And I will also show how to create a AWS account. And we are going to understand, and we are going to first to discuss how to create these services manually, like how to create a server, how to create network, how to create storage, how to create a user, how to create hard disk, how to create a load balancer. Okay, these services we are going to see how to create them manually first. Then only we are going to automate them. So once we complete automation with AWS cloud, then we are going to move to Azure cloud. In Azure cloud also, I will show how to create Azure free tier account, so that in first 1 month you are going to get 16,000 worth of INR, Indian rupees. That is valid for 1 month. Okay, that means in Azure, you are when you are creating services, the cost of the services will be deducted from 16,000 rupees. How to get that amount when you are creating Azure account, I will show. And here, these are the services that we are going to create in Azure cloud, like how to create a virtual machine, how to create network, storage account, files, AKS, Azure Kubernetes services, and how to create database. Okay, these are the services that I am going to show first manually. Okay, then, because these are the simple commands, guys, Terraform commands. So when I say Terraform commands like init, okay, what this command will do? This command is going to download all the necessary plugins. Suppose you are building infrastructure on AWS cloud. And when I say Terraform init, it is going to download all the plugins, all the necessary plugins for communicating with AWS cloud. And when it comes to Terraform validate, what is Terraform validate actually? It is going to check syntax. It is going to check syntax, whether you have written correct syntax, whether you are following all the Terraform rules and regulations. Okay. So just to verify syntax, we can execute Terraform validate. And next, when it comes to Terraform plan, now this is going to give draft. Okay. Suppose I am creating a huge network. Within the network, I am creating subnets. Within the subnets, I am creating servers, gateways, route tables. Everything, okay, can be taken as a plan. Before you are going to really apply infrastructure, before you are going to create infrastructure, you can take a draft. Okay, so if you satisfy with the plan, you can really implement that plan by using Terraform apply command. Okay, so Terraform plan command does not do anything. Terraform plan does not do anything, just it is going to give draft only. It is going to give idea. It is going to give complete things, what it is going to do when you apply infrastructure. And whatever infrastructure you have created, so if you want to delete it, generally we create infrastructure, since infrastructure is very expensive, so we don't want to keep that. So in real-time organizations, we don't delete it. But this is our practice session, right? So we are going to create infrastructure, immediately we are going to destroy it. Okay, so if you don't destroy it, billing will be generated. Cost will be generated, finally you are going to get huge bill. So whatever infrastructure you have created, if you want to destroy the infrastructure, you have to use this Terraform destroy command. And Terraform format, FMT stands for format, guys. FMT stands for format. This is to beautify your code. Okay, so this is going to arrange your code. This is going to provide indentation. Okay, and even though you are not writing code in a proper manner, it is going to arrange your code in a proper way. Terraform format means. So validate means it is going to validate the syntax. Already we have discussed, right? And workspace. Workspace means this is to create isolated environment. Okay. So generally when you are working in a corporate sector, so we are going to work for different we are going to work for different environments, like dev environment, testing environment, pre-prod. Yeah, these are the environments that we are going to create. So if you want to create environments, if you want to isolate environments, we are going to use Terraform workspace command. So Terraform, this is not state, this is show. So it is going to show whatever infrastructure currently you are having. Okay, this is about Terraform basic commands. Okay. And when it comes to Terraform configuration language syntax, we are going to use Terraform blocks like resource block, okay, provider block, and output block, data block, many blocks we are going to use. And we are also going to discuss Terraform loops, meta arguments like depends on. And here we are going to discuss top level blocks like provider block, local value block. And these are the Terraform resources. And we also create Terraform backend. Backend means it is a process of storing your state file in a remote location. So to preserve your state file in a remote location, we are going to create backend. Okay, so the backend can be local storage, remote storage. Okay, generally when you are working with Terraform, okay, your state file is stored in local machine. But if the state file is stored in a local machine, that cannot be shared across multiple developers, and that is not completely secured. Okay, so to provide security, we are going to store the state file in a remote location. And these are the Terraform provisioners. Provisioners means once your virtual machine is created, okay, if you want to do some installation activity, we are going to use provisioning. Provisioning is for installing softwares. And Terraform modules. Modules are nothing but reusable components, guys. Generally, in other programming language, we have something like procedures and functions, right? Okay, so that procedures and functions, we are going to reuse it. Okay, so a module is nothing but reusable Terraform component, Terraform template. Okay, how to write Terraform modules, how to do that, so that we are going to discuss in Terraform modules. And whatever automation you have done in Terraform, same automation we are going to do with Python also. Using Python also, we are going to create all the services like EC2, VPC, auto scaling with load balancer. And we are going to set up Python, okay, to communicate with AWS cloud. Okay, so using Boto3 module. Okay, Boto3 module is a module which can be used to communicate with AWS cloud from Python. And for this batch, we are providing Python videos also, core and advanced Python. And those videos are enough to learn automation. For automation purpose, we should know, okay, some core Python. Okay, core and advanced Python will be covered in the recorded videos. And we are going to do same automation with Python, okay, for Azure services also, for Azure cloud also. Okay, so this is a syllabus we are going to cover as a part of our 45 days duration. Now, when it comes to lab setup of Terraform. Now, first I am going to show how to create AWS free tier account. Free tier account creation. So to create AWS free tier account, we need either debit card or credit card. One of the card is required. And mobile number is required. And my email ID is also required. So once you ready with these three things, it is very simple. Okay, it is very simple to create AWS free tier account. Now say console.aws.amazon.com. This is a link to create a new AWS account. Here you are seeing an option called console, create a new AWS account and submit your details. Like what is the root user email address, what is user account name, what is account name. Okay. In the next page, it is going to take your card information. Okay, like card number, card expiry date, card CVV. So initially $1, 1 rupee will be cut from your account just for account verification. After 48 hours, okay, whatever amount is it has taken, that will be refunded. Okay, this is AWS account creation process. This is mandatory, guys. So second one is setup Chaco. So what is Chaco actually? Chaco is a package manager command for Windows operating system, guys. Generally, when you want to install softwares on Windows operating system, we are going to download a exe file. We are double clicking on that file, right? That is oldest approach. But if you want to do automation, if you want to do installation from command line, you have to use Chaco. Okay, Chaco is a package management tool for Windows operating system. Now, how to set up Chaco? Just say Chaco installation on Windows. A PowerShell script is given to you. You have to run this script. From PowerShell admin mode, execute the following script. You have to open PowerShell script here. In admin mode, just execute this. In my system already Chaco was found. Okay, close it and launch again. Say Chaco -v. This is to check Chaco installation. Okay, this script you have to execute from this script you have to execute. Third step is close and relaunch PowerShell. And check Chaco installation. Say Chaco -v. Next, using Chaco, you have to install other softwares now. What are the other softwares you have to use? You have to install using Chaco, install Terraform. Okay, it is very simple, guys. Just say Chaco Terraform. And are you seeing Chaco install Terraform here? This command you have to execute from PowerShell admin mode. From PowerShell admin mode, execute the following command. What is that command you have to run? Chaco install Terraform -y means auto approval. Just open PowerShell. Already PowerShell is open, right? Just execute this command. I am not going to hit enter because already in my system Terraform is available. In your case, just press enter. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, Terraform will be installed. And once you are doing that, check the version. Terraform -v. Are you seeing Terraform is installed on my system? Terraform version is 1.7.5 on Windows AMD 64. It is telling that your version is out of date. Okay, the latest version is 1.8.0. Okay, oh, no problem. Okay, it is only minor change. Check. Terraform -v. Are you seeing Terraform is installed on my system? Terraform version is 1.7.5 on Windows AMD 64. It is telling that your version is out of date. Okay, the latest version is 1.8.0. Okay, no problem. Okay, it is only minor change. Check. Terraform version. How to check the version? Terraform -v. And next, you have to install one more software, AWS CLI. This is to connect to AWS account. Okay, to set username and password. Okay, we have to use AWS CLI. Now using Chaco, install AWS CLI. It is also very simple. Just ask like this. Chaco AWS CLI. There is one simple command that you need to execute. This command is this one. Chaco install AWS CLI. Again from PowerShell admin mode, execute the following. What is that command you have to execute? Chaco install -y. I'm not going to do that because already the AWS CLI software is available. Okay, in my system. Just type AWS and -v. Just otherwise AWS type and press enter. Okay, it is displaying something means your CLI software was installed. Okay. Because this is for Windows operating system. For Mac, we have to set up homebrew. Homebrew install Mac. You have to run homebrew script. Okay, homebrew is like Chaco. This you need to execute. From Mac terminal, execute the following. Okay, now this is going to set up homebrew. Set up brew. It is like Chaco on Windows. This is the first step. Now, using homebrew, install Terraform. Homebrew Terraform. One simple command. Are you seeing brew install Terraform? Execute the following from Mac terminal. And the third step. So next thing is we have to install. And one more software you have to install, guys, on Windows. This is also very important. Using Chaco, install Visual Studio Code. This is a nice editor. Okay, I'm writing notes and everything in Visual Studio Code because this is a very flexible editor. So it is having many features like auto completion, okay, debugging, and installing extensions. Many features are there here. Okay, you have to have this editor. Visual Studio Code. And how to do this on Windows? Chaco Visual Studio Code. Very simple. Chaco install VS Code. Execute this command from PowerShell admin class include -y. And one more software also you have to install. 7th, Chaco. Okay. Using Chaco, install Git also. Git is a connector. Okay, this is to connect to your Linux virtual machines from your Windows. And it is having many features. It is going to simulate your Linux like terminal. So using Chaco, you can install Git also. How to do that? Chaco, Git. Here, this is a command. Whatever we are discussing today is most important for every session. Okay, this is only one time setup. Okay, so you are using Chaco, install Git. Again from PowerShell, execute Chaco install -y Git or Git -y. -y can be given in the middle or last also. Using brew, install Git. This is only one time setup, guys. Brew, Git. Pressing very simple step. Brew, install Git. In the place of Chaco, just you have to add brew only. Brew, install Git. Fourth step is using brew, install Visual Studio Code. Here the command is little bit different here. Brew, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Now this command you need to execute. You have to use from Mac terminal. Execute the following. Brew, install Cask Visual Studio Code. Fifth one is using brew. What is that another thing you have to install? Install AWS CLI. AWS CLI. Very simple command. What is that other thing? Git is over. Shall Git VS Code AWS CLI Terraform. Okay, guys, almost we have done. Okay, almost my setup is completed. And once my setup is completed, you have to create one working directory for Terraform. Working directory for Terraform. So I am creating one working directory for Terraform, guys. In my D drive, I am creating a folder. So the folder name will be show more options. I am giving Terraform 17th April 2024. DURGASOFT. Okay, open this folder. Right click mouse button and select show more options. Select git bash. Here I have changed this color, background color, guys. If you want to change the color, go to properties here. Sorry, options. You can change background color. Initially, if you open this git bash, your color will be black. You can change the color. And from here, if you want to open Visual Studio Code, say code dot. So in this folder, Visual Studio Code is opened. Now, once your setup is ready, what next? So before we are going to connect to AWS cloud platform, so we are going to download local provider. Okay. So here what is meant by provider actually? Provider is a plugin in Terraform. Okay. So which can be used to build infrastructure. So every cloud will be having its own provider. For AWS, there is a separate provider. For Azure, there is a separate provider. For GCP, there is a provider. Okay, provider is nothing but it is like a plugin or platform where you want to build your infrastructure. Where you want to build your infrastructure. Okay, so here before we are going to communicate with AWS, first let us see how to download local provider. Okay, local provider means it is to create local files. It is to create files in a local system. It is to create files in local system. Okay, we are going to finish fundamentals of Terraform within 2 or 3 sessions. Then we are going to move to AWS cloud. And when you are moving to AWS cloud, I will show how to connect to the AWS cloud from Terraform, because Terraform is a multi-cloud IST tool. It can build infrastructure on almost every cloud. Now, here to write Terraform block, to write scripting in Terraform, we must know about HCL syntax. HCL stands for HashiCorp configuration, HashiCorp configuration language. Okay, which is known as data representation language. Data representation language. Okay, generally in olden days, people were using XML to represent data. And after that, YML and JSN formats are used here. But in Terraform, we are going to use a specific data representation format called HCL. Okay, so HCL data representation format is very simple to use. It is very easy and very easy to write. Okay. Now suppose in HCL, if I want to represent an employee's name, designation, and country, it is very simple, guys. We have to write like this here. First, we have to write key value. Here in this case, key value is name equal to, and value you have to write KSK. And after that, designation equal to manager. and country equal to India. This is very simple, right? So this is nothing but HCL format. So write represent name, designation, country in HCL. Okay, HCL is also called as DSL. DSL stands for domain specific language. So especially it is designed for Terraform. So it is called as a domain specific language. Now, this is how we can write scripting. Okay, so every script, so every block. So generally when it comes to Terraform, Terraform is a combination of blocks. Okay, so there are many blocks are available here. Okay, like provider block will be there, resource block will be there, output block will be there. Okay, so we are going to write like this, blocks in Terraform. Blocks in Terraform. So what are the blocks we are going to use here? So we have many blocks like provider block. Okay, so provider block is going to indicate where you want to create your infrastructure and which cloud you want to create your infrastructure. Whether you want to create infrastructure on local machine or on a specific cloud like AWS and Azure, that is represented by provider. Okay, so this block represents the platform where we want to build our infra. Next block is resource block. So resource block is going to specify what you want to create. Whether you want to create a file, whether you want to create a virtual machine, whether you want to create a network, whether you want to create load balancer, whether you want to create storage, what kind of resource you wanted to create. Okay. This indicates what we want to create. Okay, what means it can be a file or a server, or it can be something like network, or it can be like load balancer or virtual machine. Okay, whatever review, these are the resources that we can create locally or on our cloud platforms. Okay, so next another block is data block. Okay, this block is used to querying something. Okay, if I want to know some information about a file, I want to know some information about a server, I want to know some information about a network. Okay, to query about something. Okay, to know details of a resource, we can use data block. And we have one more block. This is output block. Okay, output block generally, when you want to display something, when you want to display attributes of a resource, suppose my virtual machine is created. I want to display IP address of the virtual machine. Or suppose my network is created. I want to display the CIDR range, the network range of a network. Okay, so for that I can use output block. So generally in the output block, we are going to use parameters, guys, attributes. Sorry, not attributes, arguments. Arguments are nothing but input values. Input values we are going to use with resource. And in output block, we are going to use attributes. Attributes are used, okay, in output block. Attributes are nothing but output values. Arguments are nothing but input values. Generally, when I want to create a virtual machine, I need to specify what kind of virtual machine it is, what is the key value, what is the password, what is the security group for that, in which network you wanted to create. We are going to give some input values. Those are called as arguments. Okay, so arguments we can also call them as parameters. So these are nothing but input values. And in output values, we are going to write attributes. Attributes are nothing but output values. Output values. Okay. So till this point, is everything clear, guys? Any questions so far?
Hello, Shiva.
Is
Hello?
everything fine?
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible? I have one question. Can we create? We will create RDS, Firehose, this type of service or not?
Yeah, we can create. Okay, when we are speaking services in AWS, we are going to create services also. Any service you can create.
Okay. In our lectures, we create RDS, Firehose, this
Yeah,
thing.
we create RDS also.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so now presently we are in Terraform this folder. Just now itself I created one folder and create a file here. Suppose I told you, right, first 1 or 2 days we are going to discuss on local file system. We are not going to connect to AWS cloud. Once we finish all the fundamentals in Terraform, then only we are going to connect to the AWS cloud. Now for that I am going to create a file called file.tf. Okay, so the name can be anything, but extension must be .tf. And I want to create a new file. So to create a new file, okay, so let us open documentation. So for everything, there is a official documentation, guys. Just a minute. You can open documentation, Terraform documentation. Okay, so this is official documentation. And you can know about Terraform providers. There are thousands of providers that Terraform is going to support. Just Terraform is nothing but it is a platform where you want to build your infrastructure. Okay. So yeah, these are all providers, guys. Are you seeing AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Kubernetes, Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud? These are all providers. Okay. Are you seeing 4098 providers are there here? 4098 providers. And here, if you want to search for local providers, so if you want to create a file in a local machine, okay, we have local provider here. Here, HashiCorp is a company which has given Terraform. Okay, so suppose I want to discuss about Terraform local provider. You can ask like this, local provider. Okay, so your use provider. If you want to download provider, you have to write this code. Presently, it is not required. This is to download a specific version of a provider. But generally, okay, so you can write like this. So are you seeing on the left side, are you seeing resources here? The local provider also resources are there. So click on this local file. Now this is to create a new file. Now to create a new file, we are going to start our resource block like this. Resource. Okay, are you seeing automatically ints are coming? This is a specialty of Visual Studio Code. No other editor provides this kind of feature. Okay, so for this you need to install one plugin, one extension in Visual Studio Code. So are you seeing your extensions are there here? Here, this is extensions tab. You have to install Terraform extensions. So then automatically this kind of ints will come. Resource name is local underscore file. Okay. So resource type and resource name. So resource name is I am giving like my first file. This can be anything. This is for Terraform reference purpose. This is not this is not for our purpose here. So if Terraform wanted to refer this file, it is going to use must for my first file. And after that, give a bracket. And what are the attributes that we are going to give here? And these are the arguments. Some arguments are optional, some arguments are mandatory. Are you seeing required arguments or file name is required argument? This must be given. Content. Okay, so what is the content you wanted to give? Now let us see. I am going to give file name. Are you seeing automatical ints are coming here? This is the power of Visual Studio Code. File name equal to my text file. This is going to be visible. And content equal to welcome to Terraform. Okay, now you have written right resource, local file, my first file. Now let us go to git bash and we have to execute a command called Terraform plan. I told you, right? Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform format, Terraform validate, Terraform destroy, Terraform apply. These are the basic commands. So if you want to know about Terraform commands, say Terraform -help. These are the frequently used commands, guys. Init, validate, plan, apply, destroy. Okay. So first, when you want to take a draft, just execute Terraform plan. Now it is going to give a warning error, inconsistent dependency log file, because there are no plugins here. First of all, we have to download the plugins, right? Just now itself we have discussed about plugin. So to download plugin, okay, we need to execute Terraform init command. When you execute Terraform init command, it is going to download all the necessary plugins. Are you seeing HashiCorp by local? It is installing latest version 2.5.1. This is successfully initialized. Now, once your plugins are installed, directly you can take a plan, Terraform plan. Are you seeing here? These are the default attributes, guys. Content equal to welcome to Terraform. Okay, so some arguments I did not give, right? So that is why, okay, so it is taking the default arguments like this. ID equal to this one, file name equal to my text file. Okay, so here if you want to really implement this plan, okay, you have to execute Terraform apply. Now say yes. File was created. In the local directory, are you seeing my text file was created here? My text file. Welcome to Terraform. And here, two files are generated here. Two interesting files. Terraform.log.xcl. This is going to have all the plugins information it has downloaded. Okay. So the log.xcl file it has downloaded. Okay. So the file it has downloaded is local registry, local plugin, local provider. Okay. So till now we did not discuss any AWS. Okay. So just we have downloaded local provider. So the whatever plugins it has downloaded, that information is maintained here. Don't mess up with this file, guys. When you change one single character, your whole directory will go. And one more interesting file, TF state file. Just now I have discussed, right? Okay, so Terraform's excellent feature is to maintain state. This is state. This file is also generated automatically. Okay, this file contains all the information presently it is having. Mode equal to manage, type equal to local file, my first file, and provider equal to registry.terraform.hashicorp.local. Suppose I want to completely destroy this. With a simple command, you can destroy this. Say yes. Your log file will not be released. Log file will be there, but your state file will be nullified. Are you seeing here? State file will be empty. And one backup file was created here. Okay, whatever information there in state file, completely that was moved to backup file. Guys, this is about today's session. Tomorrow we are going to discuss some interesting things like how to create multiple files. Okay, some Terraform fundamentals we are going to discuss in next class. Guys, any questions so far?
Yes. Can you please tell me the exact role what we're going to perform? Means I mean, developer or administrator.
Your responsibility is to automate this. Okay, requirements are coming from other team members. We have to automate infra creation process. Okay, suppose I want to create 100 servers. For 100 servers creation, you have to write the code. That is your responsibility as a cloud engineer, cloud automation engineer.
So are we going to have some kind of API to check this?
The API you need not to implement. Internally, it is going to communicate with the AWS API. Okay, you need not to learn any API. Guys, any other questions? If no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow, I think this is the last demo session. Okay, from tomorrow, link will be changed.
Hello.
Hello?
Sir, I want to ask for AWS we creating free tier account. So how we will create in Azure? Can we create free account on Azure?
Yeah, you can create.
Okay.
You can also create free tier account in Azure. Okay, while I am discussing with Azure Cloud, okay, I will show how to create free account in Azure.
Okay. So we using free services all
Yes,
for
yes,
AWS
free
and Azure.
services only.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Guys, if no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Okay, tomorrow we meet again. From tomorrow, link is changing. So here, if you are interested, please register. Shall we stop now, guys? If no questions are there, I will stop it for today.
Sure. And for how many hours are we going to have this class in the evening?
How many?
Hours daily.
Daily 1 hour. How many hours means 1 hour? Only daily 1 hour only.
Okay.
Duration time, sir.
Duration 45 days.
45 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Within 45 days of duration, we are going to cover 2 clouds, AWS and Azure cloud.
Okay. Sir, he's provide a placement, sir.
Regarding placement, you can contact DURGASOFT front office team. They will give you correct idea.
Okay. Fee structure, sir?
Regarding placement, training, video access, okay, everything they are going to give clear idea.
Okay. 45 days duration.
Yes.
So, lab available, sir.
Lab, it is online, right? You have to do your task in your laptop. Okay, if you face any issue, okay, I will connect your laptop, we will solve. Generally, you don't face any problem. Okay, if such is the case, we will connect it to your system.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So we will do real time work only.
Yes, all real time only. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm stopping. Thank you. Thanks for your
Yes, thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.